In the ancient texts of the Hebrews, there lies a story far older and more complex than the monotheistic tale many of us are familiar with today. Hidden within these scriptures and the artifacts unearthed from the depths of history, we find traces of powerful beings who walked among our ancestors. One of the most intriguing clues lies in the Bible's Book of Job, considered by many scholars to be the oldest text in the Hebrew canon. Job 9:9. He is the maker of the Bear and Orion, the Pleiades and the constellations of the south. Job 38:31. Can you bind the chains of the Pleiades? Can you loosen Orion's belt? Amos 5:8. He who made the Pleiades and Orion, who turns midnight into dawn and darkens day into night, who calls for the waters of the sea and pours them out over the face of the land, the Lord is his name. It references three significant regions of space: Sirius, Orion, and the Pleiades. These names are not just celestial markers, but are echoed in the myths and legends of cultures around the world as the origin points of star beings who visited Earth. One such figure is Asherah, a deity revered for her profound influence on early human civilization. In the context of the Bible, Asherah, more commonly referred to as Asherah, is a significant figure with roots in ancient Semitic religion. She is often described as a mother goddess and a consort of the chief god, El, in Canaanite religion. Asherah was worshipped throughout the ancient Near East, including among the Israelites before the reforms that sought to centralize worship around Yahweh. She was associated with fertility, motherhood, and the earth, and sometimes considered the consort of Baal, a storm and fertility god. Asherah is mentioned multiple times in the Hebrew Bible, often in the context of her worship being condemned by prophets and reformist kings. For example, 1 Kings 15:13. King Asa is noted for removing his grandmother Maacah from her position as queen mother because she had made an Asherah pole. 2 Kings 21:7. King Manasseh is criticized for placing an Asherah pole in the temple of the Lord. Jeremiah 7:18. The prophet Jeremiah condemns the people for making offerings to the Queen of Heaven, which is believed to be a reference to Asherah poles. These were wooden symbols representing Asherah, often placed beside altars dedicated to other gods, including Yahweh. The Bible frequently records the destruction of these poles during periods of religious reform, particularly under kings like Hezekiah and Josiah. The biblical narrative includes several reform movements that sought to eradicate the worship of Asherah and other deities in favor of exclusive worship of Yahweh. King Josiah's reforms, for instance, were aimed at centralizing worship in Jerusalem and purging all other forms of worship from Israel, so 2 Kings 23. Asherah, depicted with pronounced feminine features, holding lions by the ears, was honored as a powerful and nurturing entity. She was credited with humanity's great leap forward, from hunter-gatherers to settled agriculturalists. This leap is a mystery that many ancient cultures attribute not to their own ingenuity, but to the teachings of beings from the stars. The connection between Asherah and the Pleiades becomes even more compelling when we consider similar stories from diverse cultures. The Zulu people speak of star beings who taught them agriculture, while the ancient Sumerians told of Shamhat, who imparted knowledge to humanity. The Cherokee and Aboriginal Australians also recount tales of their ancestors receiving wisdom from beings from the Pleiades. Archaeological discoveries at Tel El Farah, a site in the rugged mountains of ancient Samaria, have revealed a world where Asherah's presence was once felt deeply. This 45-acre expanse, excavated since the 1940s, has yielded carvings, ornaments, and figurines that paint a vivid picture of what the ancient Hebrews believed and experienced. Among these finds is a remarkable carving of a doorway, an enigmatic portal flanked by inverted palm trees, ancient symbols of Asherah. There is nothing behind this doorway, nothing around it, suggesting it was not just an architectural feature, but a symbolic gateway. In modern terms, we might call it a portal, a passage through which advanced beings could travel. In the context of these global narratives, Asherah's depiction at Tel El Farah, with symbols hinting at the stars, suggests she too came from this distant cluster. The crescent moon and stars carved into the stone, interpreted by some as a calendar for agricultural festivals, might also be a star map, pointing to the Taurus constellation. and the Pleiades. Through these symbols and stories, we uncover a hidden layer of our past, a time when humanity's destiny was shaped by visitors from the stars. As we piece together these ancient clues, the Bible itself becomes a testament, not just to spiritual journeys, but to cosmic ones, hinting at a time when advanced beings from the Pleiades walked among us, nurturing and guiding early human civilization. As Stephen Greer says, we're all conscious beings, and that consciousness and that spirit is actually universal. The Pleiadians are described as a collective of highly evolved, multidimensional beings who originate from the Pleiades open star cluster, located about 444 light-years away from Earth in the constellation of Taurus, and is among the nearest star clusters to Earth and is visible to the naked eye. The cluster contains several bright stars, most notably Alcyone, Maia, Electra, Merope, Taygete, Seleno, and Sterope, which are often collectively called the Seven Sisters. In Greek mythology, the Pleiades were the 7 daughters of the Titan Atlas and the sea nymph Pleione. They were pursued by Orion, the hunter, and were transformed into stars to escape him. They are often associated with navigation and agriculture, marking the seasons for planting and harvesting. Various Native American tribes have their own legends about the Pleiades. For instance, the Cherokee believe they are the spirits of 7 boys who were transformed into stars. The Navajo call them the Delyehe and associate them with storytelling and the oral tradition. In Maori culture, the Pleiades are known as Matariki, and their appearance in the sky marks the beginning of the Maori New Year, a time of renewal and celebration. The Seven Sisters are often seen as symbols of destiny and cosmic order. Their cyclic appearance in the night sky has led many cultures to associate them with fate and the passage of time. In various New Age and esoteric traditions, the Pleiades are considered to be a source of spiritual knowledge and guidance. It is believed that advanced beings from the Pleiades have visited Earth to aid in human spiritual evolution. These beings are thought to bring messages of enlightenment, harmony, and unity. Some theories suggest that the Pleiades have been a focal point in ancient astronomy and astrology, guiding the construction of megalithic structures and influencing ancient cultures' spiritual practices. The alignment of certain ancient monuments, such as the pyramids of Egypt and the megaliths of Stonehenge, is believed by some to be connected to the Pleiades. In contemporary spirituality, channelers and mystics often claim to receive messages from Pleiadian beings. These messages typically focus on themes of love, peace, and the interconnectedness of all life. The Seven Sisters, also known as the Pleiades, hold a significant place in the mythologies and spiritual traditions of many cultures around the world. Often referred to as the harbingers of destiny due to their deep symbolic meanings and perceived influence on human affairs, they are depicted in art and literature as symbols of cosmic harmony and divine order, representing the interconnectedness of all things and the guiding hand of the universe in human destiny. The Seven Sisters continue to inspire and influence human thought and spirituality. The Pleiadians describe themselves as our ancient ancestors or family of light who seeded life on Earth millions of years ago. Many humans are said to have originated from the Pleiades before incarnating on Earth. They are highly evolved beings existing in higher dimensional realms and frequencies of consciousness, operating from a space. Billy Meier is a Swiss national who in the 1970s claimed he had been in contact with aliens from the Pleiades star cluster and had photographs to prove it. Published in a 1979 book by former United States Air Force pilot Wendell C. Stevens, they later appeared in publicity material for U.S. science fiction program The X-Files, according to Frank Joseph. In 2010, a group of biologists, led by Svante Pombo from the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology in Leipzig, Germany, made a groundbreaking announcement. Their findings challenged the traditional model of human DNA evolution. They revealed that early humans not only coexisted with other more primitive hominids on Earth, but also interbred with them. What was even more astonishing was the suggestion that an unidentified species might have contributed to the human DNA. Pleiadians typically have a human-like appearance, often depicted as tall, slender, and attractive beings with a Nordic or Scandinavian look. They usually have fair skin, light-colored eyes, and blonde hair. Their purpose is to help prepare humanity for the upcoming shift or transition into the fourth and fifth dimensions as we approach a new stage of evolution, bring key messages to mankind since ancient times to this very day. The Pleiadians emphasize the importance of spiritual growth and evolution. They encourage humans to remember that they are part of a family of light and to reclaim their natural power through spiritual commitment and growth. They teach that the original human was a magnificent being with 12 strands of DNA and 12 chakra centers, and that humans can evolve to reach a new stage of existence by reconnecting with this original state. The Pleiadians advise becoming media-free, as they believe that television and other forms of media are tools used to manipulate human consciousness. They recommend eliminating the words should and try from one's vocabulary to foster a more empowered and conscious way of living. Working in teams and fostering community is another key message. The Pleiadians suggest that collaboration and collective effort are essential for personal and planetary transformation. They teach methods to go beyond fear, which they see as a major obstacle to spiritual and personal growth. By overcoming fear, individuals can unlock their potential and contribute to creating a new reality on Earth. Sexuality is viewed as a bridge to higher levels of consciousness. The Pleiadians believe that honoring and understanding one's sexuality can lead to spiritual enlightenment and a deeper connection with the universe. The Pleiadians highlight the importance of honoring life and the Earth. They criticize the current societal systems for being corrupt and not honoring life or the planet. They predict that such systems will eventually collapse if they do not change. They teach that humans are multidimensional beings who exist in many forms simultaneously. This concept encourages individuals to explore their spiritual selves and understand their existence beyond the physical realm. They also recommend engaging in rituals, such as those found in Native American traditions, to awaken ancient knowledge and connect more deeply with the Earth. Rituals like sweat lodges, drumming, and dancing are seen as ways to remember one's true self and heritage. Practicing deep breathing exercises and maintaining physical balance are emphasized as crucial for overall well-being. The Pleiadians stress the importance of oxygenation and regular breathing practices to achieve physical and spiritual harmony. Thank you for joining us on this journey. What do you think about the concept of starseeds and the Pleiadians? Do you see these traits in yourself or others? We would love to hear your thoughts. Please share your comments below and don't forget to subscribe for more enlightening content.